Okay, so quarterfinal B.
Starting with black, okay?
Open category touring cars. Rick van der Bol, Guido Cheese. Oh, let's see the start.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Okay, perfect. Hi everybody, this is Hugh Lawson here for pullstart.tv. We got an absolutely cracking start. Looks like Rick van der Bol of the Netherlands is really making a go of it in his RS5 in the prototype. Second place, we have the Argentinian, the world champion, Santiago Mareños. Yes. Placido Cricri, the Swiss driver, Kellen Tollenaars. Oh. Casper Lund is fifth. Lino Schiaccia, sixth. Bianca Trotman, the lone female driver in the main, is eighth. And Marco Grigis is not present for this final. It's a pretty closely contested match so far, but it looks like Rick van der Bol is really stretching himself out from Santiago Mareños, with Kevin Tollenaars closely on Santiago's tail. This is 1/5 scale, open final, the semi-final, sorry. And we have Rick van der Bol really stretching out. Quarterfinal. I stand corrected. Thank you, Laszlo. This is a 20-minute quarterfinal. Oh, and van der Bol's off the track. Something is wrong with van der Bol's car. Looks like he's off. Had a very promising final. Was actually on his way to possibly being victorious in this main. So now it is left. Oh, really? Looks like suspension damage. Santiago Mareños now in the lead. Santiago, if you didn't know, is a 2018 IFMAR world champion. He's come all the way from Argentina to race. He's actually visited Europe a number of times to hone his skills and apply his craft, and it's really paying off as he's now in the lead. However, Tollenaars, the Dutchman, closely behind. This looks like this could be a 2-horse or possibly a 3-horse race. We have multiple countries represented in this main. Argentina, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and of course Croatia, Denmark. A lot of Nordic countries out this weekend. Oh, and it looks like Tollenaars is really pulling in Mareños, really putting a lot of pressure. They're on the main straightaway. Your first and second place drivers are now making their way into the infield. Mareños hanging on for dear life as Tollenaars is really putting pressure on Mareños. I think they've forgotten that there's about another 17 minutes left to go in this quarterfinal, but if racing's in your blood, I guess you can't get in the way of that. Let's see how their tires hold up. I believe Mareños and Tollenaars are both GRP tire drivers. So the Gandini family must be very happy with these results. And it looks like Tollenaars is starting to suffer from a little bit of a grip roll. Mareños really hanging on. Mareños getting a little bit of room before the kink, but Tollenaars pulls him in on the back end of the course. And now they're both close together again. 3 minutes and 39 seconds down. 16 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. We still have Mareños in first. Kevin Tollenaars in second. I'm going to butcher this gentleman's name. Placido Cricri in third. Casper Lund in fourth. Lino Schiaccia in fifth. Bianca Trotman. And Rick van der Bol is back on the track. He is back on the track. Whatever was ailing him at the beginning of the race, it looks like they've solved it, and he's back on the track. Let's see what he can do as he's about 8 laps down. If you look through the midfield, Mareños really has a lot of pressure on him. As now Mareños and Tolenars are starting to work their way through the back markers, but they're still running neck and neck. And Tolenars looks like he's about to make a move to try and take over first place. Let's see if he gets it on the straightaway. Oh, it's a drag race down the main straightaway, and Tolenars takes first place over Morenios. As they're starting to go through the infield, let's see if Morenios has a response for that. And it looks like he's pulling in Tolenars. It looks like Morenios is fit to be tied to take back his lead. And he's going to try and do it on the main straightaway, but Tolenars closes the door. Tolenars, sometimes first place at the beginning of a race is overrated, as now he's got all this pressure breathing down his back, as Morenios will not be denied. He wants to make it into the semis. These two are racing like it's their last race of the weekend. Great entertainment for the crowd, very hard on the tires, puts them at risk for a collision which could end in tears and end their weekend. Morenios trying to pull in Tolenars. Argentina versus the Netherlands. Unfortunately, we never got to see that matchup in the World Cup, so we're seeing it now. Tolenars hanging on. Morenios is right behind him. Morenios takes a kink a little bit off, but it doesn't seem to lose him any time. Laszlo, how many people bump up into the semis from this quarterfinal? Three, yeah? Okay, so Casper Lund, Liano Scaccia, Bianca Trotman, and Rick Vanderbol are going to try and take the Swiss driver Placido Krigi's third place spot. Lots of time left, 13 minutes. Anything can happen in 13 and a half minutes. And it looks like Tolenars is starting to get a little bit of space from Morenios. Maybe Morenios is holding back and will make a push towards the end, but he's not losing too much distance, but it looks like there's a little bit of gap between them now. However, the minute I say that, Morenios is going to prove me wrong. We have 7 minutes down, 13 minutes left to go. Kevin Tolenars is your leader, followed by Santiago Morenios of Argentina. Placido Creek. Laszlo, you know how to pronounce Placido's last name? I don't want to disrespect the man.
I think Critchry.
Critchry. Yeah, that sounds about right. So 12 and a half minutes left to go. Let's take a look at our two leaders. Where are they on the track? Oh, wow, Tolenars is really distancing himself from Morenios. And actually, Morenios has another issue on his hand. Actually, he's not worried about battling for first. His main priority right now is holding on to second, as Critchry is now pulling him in. He's wheeling him in. The Swiss driver is wheeling in Morenios.
Position 5, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 1, 3.
So literally, the first four drivers are on the same lap. But really, at this point, it's a three-horse race between Kevin Tolenars, Santiago Morenios, and Placido Critchry of Switzerland. Situated on the track, Tolenars, Morenios, and Critchry are now making it through the hairpin and onto the back kink straight. Tolenars makes a hard left, another hard right before going around the bend onto the main straightaway. Morenios not far behind, and here comes Critchry. Critchry is also in the running, as now they're having to contend with back markers, which could definitely slow them down. Bianca Trotman's being a good sports person and getting out of the way and not getting in the way of a final outcome for a bump up into the semis.
With number 8, we have a lady driver in this final, Bianca from Switzerland.
That's right. Fifth scale, cutting edge, and inclusive.
Fourth position for Casper Lund, then Shaka Lino, Tosman Bianca e Vanderbol Rich. Posizioni dopo 9 minuti di gara, la numero 5 di Tolenars in prima posizione, poi la 2 di Merignot e seguito dalla 4 di Critchry Placido. A seguire Casper Lund, Shaka Lino, Tosman Bianca e Vanderbol Rich.
Literally Tolinars and Mourinho's are neck and neck. Same times. Their fastest time for Kelvin Tolinars is 18.912. Fastest time for Mourinho's is 18.915. And actually, Quitry is the fastest of the three. So do not lose sight of the Swiss driver, as he is just as fast, if not faster, than the first and second place drivers. We have a lot of time left. There's 9 minutes and 56 seconds left. And it's anybody's race amongst these top three. Tolinars is staying consistent, staying in front. Mourinho's is staying close behind. And Quitry is not to be ignored or taken lightly. Kasper Lund is a shade behind as well. And his fastest time was 18.947. So your top four drivers are all running on pretty much equal pace. It's just a matter of consistency and not making any mistakes with only 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. We're past the halfway point.
Kasper Lund is the young driver of 13 years old from Denmark.
Oh, wow. So that's pretty impressive. No training wheels on this car. He's got all 4 wheels instead of 6. Can he ride a bicycle? He's kind of young.
Probably, yes.
Yeah. Oh! And Mourinho's has pulled in. Oh, but he loses a little control. Looks like the back end of his car is getting a little loose, possibly overheating the tires. So, Tolinars gets a stay of execution for the time being. We have Tolinars, Mourinho's, Quitry, Kasper Lund, Lino Schiaccia, Bianca Trotman, and Rick van der Bol. Rick van der Bol is actually making good ground. I believe he was probably 10 to 12 laps behind. However, he is now about 8-9 laps behind. So he's giving it a go. He's one of the fastest drivers on the track right now. But it's going to be very hard for him unless something catastrophically happens with the top 4 drivers. It'll be very unlikely that Rick van der Bol will bump up into the semis. So we have 8 minutes to go. 8 minutes to go. Kevin Tolinars, Santiago Mourinho's, Placido Quitry, Kasper Lund, Lino Schiaccia, Bianca Trotman, and Rick van der Bol. And Marko Grigic, Croatian champion for 2018, is absent. He actually had to go home for a personal matter, so he was unable to make it back for the semis. And here comes Mourinho's again. Mourinho's is not giving up. Oh, and he's really reeled in Tolinars. Let's see if Tolinars can hold off. Oh, Mourinho's a little bit out of sorts.
E dalla 4 di Quitry Placido, quarta posizione per Kasper Lund, poi Sciacca Lino, Trotman Bianca e van der Bol Rick.
That's my translator.
13 minutes, till 7 minutes to go.
Oh, now he's speaking in English. Great. All right, we got 7 minutes. Oh! Tolinars flips the car. Mourinho's takes the lead. Tolinars is now back in 3rd place behind Quitry. And Quitry has actually stepped up his game, and he's trying to pull in Mourinho's. So now, it looks like we have a 4-horse race, because look, close by is Kasper Lund. And it looks like whatever happened to Tolinars is going to take him a little bit of time to get the debris off his tires as he went off into the grass. So now he has to contend with Kasper Lund, who's not even old enough to drive a large car, but he's definitely capable of driving a model car, and he's doing it very well. Let's see if jet lag will come into play. It's been a long haul from Argentina, from Santiago Mourinho's, and Quitry seems to be a little out of sorts and has given Mourinho some breathing room. But Tolinars seems to have got his tires back in shape, and so has Lund. Lund is following his draft. So with 5 minutes, 58 seconds left to go, we have ourselves a 4-horse race. Mourinho's is starting to pull out. The Argentinian is pulling out, and he's working through back markers. Back markers can be a very difficult task to overcome if they are not sporting-like and get out of the way. They can cost you fatal seconds, fatal time. But it looks like Bianca Trotman's being a great sports person and letting them through. But Lund is going to make a move on Tolinars. It's just a matter of time before he gets up into 3rd place. Bianca Trotman needs to get out of the way. Okay, thank you, Bianca.
Okay.
But Kevin Tolenaars is going to be hard-pressed to hold on to his third-place position. As here comes Casper Lund, the young man who probably had to get a letter to get out of school to come to this race. I believe, actually, I think he's homeschooled, isn't he?
Yes.
Oh, and there goes Tolenaars! Casper Lund has now taken over third place. Tolenaars has had a really bad streak of luck over the last 5 minutes. With only 4 minutes and 52 seconds left to go, we have Santiago Morenos in first. The Argentinian Placido Cricri, the Swiss driver, in second. And here comes Casper Lund of Denmark. But it looks like Tolenaars is not going to give up this third spot. He wants to bump up into the semis. So here comes Tolenaars. If you pay attention to the back straight with the kink, I would say that's like a metallic pink colored body. And Tolenaars is driving the burgundy and fluorescent yellow accented Alfa Romeo 156, and he's really pulling in Lund with 4 minutes left to go. We got ourselves a race here for third place, the last spot for the semis, and Tolenaars is really pushing hard on Lund. He's going to put pressure on the young man. Let's see how well this young man can hold up to the pressure of an adult, breathing down his back, trying to take third place. Tolenaars a little wide at the end of the straightaway. Lund and Tolenaars are going through the back straight on the kink. And here comes Tolenaars with the late braking, the last of the late breakers. He's really trying to reel him in. Only 3.5 minutes left to go. Regarding your leader, Santiago Morenos, he's holding off Cricri as he's going on the back straight to the hard left hairpin, hard right hairpin, and around the bend onto the main straightaway. That is your leader, the Argentinian. But the real race right now is for third place between Casper Lund, and Casper Lund goes wild. Oh, they connect! They connect! Tolenaars takes the lead after taking out Casper Lund. Casper Lund lost control. I don't think Tolenaars did that on purpose. It was just unavoidable. But that probably cost Lund the bump up. A mild mistake going onto the main straightaway, and Tolenaars has benefited and profited from that mistake. Has come out rather unscathed. Casper Lund has 2 minutes 46 seconds left to reel in. And here's the X factor right now in this race. It's Rick Vanderpoel, who's probably faster at this point than Tolenaars and Lund. And it doesn't look like he's going to concede his spot because he's not quite slow enough to get out of the way. So this might actually affect and hurt Tolenaars' chances, as Lund has a little bit of space in front of him to get some momentum and speed. So Vanderpoel, who is in 7th place with only 46 laps, seems to have found a rhythm and is possibly impeding Kevin Tolenaars from keeping his third place position. At this point in time, Kevin Tolenaars just did an 18.9. Casper Lund did a 18.87. The cars have slowed down substantially. Once running in the late 18s, they're now running in the mid 19s. So tire wear is taking its toll. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left to go.
Seguito dalla 4 di Cricri Placido e poi la 5 di Tolenaars Kevin. 2 secondi dopo la numero 6 di Casper Lund, poi Caccalino, Trotman Bianca e Vanderpoel Rick.
We have 1 minute and 20 seconds left to go. Barring any catastrophic occurrence, Santiago Morenos is going to take first place and the bump up to the semis. Your leader, it has a number 2 sticker on his car. It's a fluorescent green, black, and white accented Alfa Romeo going down the main straightaway. And Placido Cricri. Try one more time. Cricri. Less than a minute left to go. And it looks like, oh no! Casper Lund has pulled in Kevin Tolenaars with 40 seconds left to go. Going down the hard right hairpin onto the left bend onto the main straightaway. Those are your 2 contestants battling for the last spot in the bump up. And Lund is really reeling in. Reeling in Tolenars. This is going to come down to the wire. Literally, this will be a buzzer beater. As Lund is pulling him in, it looks like Tolenars is struggling a little bit with tire wear. As Lund is just putting... Oh, and he's really reeled him in. Let's see if he can take him with only 7 seconds left. This will be a battle to the finish line for sure. Let's see if Tolenars can hang on. He probably will. Barring... And Lund is really giving it a go, but it looks like it did not... He was unsuccessful, but that was a valiant attempt by the young man to regain third place after such a hard string of bad luck before the main straightaway. So what do you think, Laszlo? You think the Argentinian can go all the way to the mains?
Yeah, it was really a great quarterfinal, and I feel sorry for Kasper for this crash because he could have won, but of course Kevin is a genuine third place man, so let's hope they do all the best in the semis.
All right.
For you it's good, for me no it's good.
In the back. Oh. Are we still alive?
Okay. La quarta final better. Vista. MODELTEK. Coffee. Vito. Matias. Campani. Vidantelo. Oggi Maximilian have a one stop ago for Spain inside. Okay, Governor, track is open. There's a second, I congratulate. Second. Lo ricordiamo che il pilota Opping Maximilian ha uno stop and go per definizione del motore, lato Opping Maximilian Opping Maximilian è un automatic stop and go for 8 Okay, driver, start victory. Okay, driver. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And here we go. This is quarterfinal touring car 8. And we've had a couple of casualties already at the start as we have one car off track. This is a 20-minute quarterfinal. And your leader now is the Berganzoni driver, Vendor Ambrogio, followed by Adam Izzat, Maximilian Hornig, Victor Bolshek, Ivan Meider, Ramon Schmid, Federico Campani, Pasquale D'Angelo, and the Portuguese champion Nuno Pinto. And these are three drivers vying to make it into the semifinals.
Ordering Maximilian for change engine, one stop and go for change engine.
Okay, and we have our first stop and go of the quarterfinal. But at this point in time, Vendor Ambrogio, followed by Adam Izzat, Maximilian Hornig, Victor Bolsek, Ivan Meider, Ramon Schmid, Federico Campani, Pasquale D'Angelo, and Nuno Pinto are your positions right now. The cars are still taking a little bit of time to warm up the tires as the sun is going down. It is about 5:46 heading into the evening as we're in the beautiful and scenic and historic sights and sounds of Fiorano, Italy for the 13th annual MODELTEK trophy race. This is the statement that ends the season for all the top factory drivers on the planet. Whoever wins this race gets bragging rights for the off-season before the 2019 season commences. And we have, right now, Vendor Ambrogio is your leader. And he is being closely contested by Adam Izzat. Vendor Ambrogio recently switched from RS5 to Berganzoni, the Italian, long-standing Italian manufacturer of model racing radio control cars. Oh! And one car goes through. Stop and go. And the stop and go has been issued. I guess there isn't a speed limit in the pits, huh? So we have 17 minutes left to go. Vendor Ambrogio is still holding on tight. But Adam Izzat is only 7/10 of a second behind him in second place. And it looks like he's poising himself to make a move for first place. It's incredible. Although you only need to end up in the top 3 places to bump up, these drivers are driving like it's their last race on the planet, which is very exciting to see. Rather risky, but exciting. So your leader is driving a completely silver-colored Alfa Romeo touring car in the back straightaway, making a hard left, now making a hard right into the hairpin, and also making another rounded left onto the main straightaway. It looks like he scrubbed speed a little bit. And as a result, we now have Vendor Ambrogio in first, but now you have yourselves a three-horse race for the top 3 positions. So Ambrogio, the Italian's in first, Adam Izzat from Hungary is in second, and Victor Bolshek of Croatia is in third. We actually have 2 Croatians in the top 4 right now. So Ivan Meider, who is also a podium finisher in the Croatian Championships 2 weeks ago, is also vying for the last spot for the bump up, which is 3rd place. Let's see where Ambrogio is. Vendor Ambrogio is making a sharp right, hard left, back to the kink straight on the back. And Adam Izzat is close behind. So is Victor Bolsek. So Victor Bolsek is catching up to Adam Izzat. So there could be a switch. Oh, and we have a and Nuno Pinto's being asked to move out of the way and not get in the way of the leaders as he's also battling. Looks like he's struggling with grip. Nuno looks like he's had somewhat of a challenging weekend of racing, although he's rather successful at the Portuguese Championships a little over 2 weeks ago. We have 14 minutes, 55 seconds left to go. And your leader is Vendor Ambrogio, driving the silver Alfa Romeo touring car, going down the back kink.
Vendor Ambrogio is the leader. Second position for Isa Sadam. Third position for Bostek Victor. Followed by Magyar Ivan, Tony Maximilian, Mite Ramon, Campani Federico, Pinto Nuno, D'Angelo Pasquale. The first three drivers will go to next final. Quindi 3 piloti andranno in semifinale A. In testa la 1 di Vendor, seconda posizione la 2 di Instant, terza posizione per Bostek Victor. A seguire Magyar Ivan, Orni Maximilian, Mite Ramon, Campani Federico,
Maximilian is off the track.
D'Angelo Pasquale.
Oh, and we've had our first casualty. Our first casualty of the quarters. And it's the German Maximilian Hornig driving the Genius. And his weekend is over. So 13 minutes 45 seconds left to go. Your leader is Vendor Ambrogio, followed by Adam Izzat. And in third place, Victor Bolsek is really gaining on Adam Izzat. So it looks like Adam Izzat might be running the risk of losing second place when at a and he spins out, he's lost control, and his body's he got loosened up, so he's back on the track, but it's cost him 2 places. So now he's probably now bumped down, and yes he is. Adam Izzat is actually still in third place, so he lucked out, but Victor Bolsek is now moved into second place. So Ambrogio, probably a sigh of relief that Adam Izzat is no longer in the picture, but now he has another driver to contend with, Victor Bolsek of Croatia. 12 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. And Vendor Ambrogio is your leader, followed by Victor Bolsek, Adam Izzat, Ivan Meider, Ramon Schmid of the Netherlands, of Switzerland. And we have Federico Campani of Italy, Nuno Pinto, and Pasquale D'Angelo. And Maximilian Hornig is out of the quarterfinals. We are past, alright. Oh, and we have another car that's gone off the track. And that is Ramon Schmid. I stand corrected, it's Nuno Pinto. We have 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Your leader is still Vendor Ambrogio. A very impressive outing for him. It looks like the switch to Berganzoni has really benefited his career, as he's always been a long-standing, ultra-quick driver with RS5, but always seemed to consistently suffer from bad luck and mishaps in main races and reliability issues. So it looks like this Berganzoni move has really benefited him well, and he is now heading into the semifinals. If everything stays the same, Victor Bolsek's going to try and get in the way of that. And it looks like Adam Izzat is starting to get his rhythm again, and he's pulling in Bolsek. But Bolshek is also pulling in Nuno Pinto. No, sorry, not Nuno Pinto.
Siamo quasi a metà gara, in testa
Vender Ambrogio.
E Inter Adam. Quarta posizione per Maggio Ivan, a seguire il Pinto, poi Campani, Pinto, D'Angelo.
And your fastest lap of this quarterfinal is the Croat Victor Bolshek with an 18.808, followed by Adam Izzat in 18.825. And your third fastest lap is your leader, Vender Ambrogio, with 18.9894. So it looks like consistency is winning it out for him. He may not be the fastest car on the track, but he is the first car on the track. So 9 minutes, 55 seconds left to go. You have Vender Ambrogio, Victor Bolshek, Adam Izzat, Ivan Mitre, Ramon Schmid, Federico Campani, Nuno Pintos, and Pasquale D'Angelo. And we lost Maximilian Hornig a little over 15 laps ago. So we are past the halfway point. 10 minutes, 30 seconds down. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left to go, and you have Ambrogio, Vender Ambrogio, the Italian, still in the lead. But Victor Bolshek has pulled him in, and Victor Bolshek just clocked an 18.785. So now he's increased the fastest lap. Oh, and Ambrogio's lost control, and he's lost the lead. He's lost the lead to Victor Bolshek. Got caught up with the back marker before the main straightaway. Federico Campani couldn't get out of the way in time. Your leader, Victor Bolshek, is now making a hard hairpin right and going around the bend on the left to the main straightaway. But Vender Ambrogio, it seems to have regained his composure and is pulling in Bolshek. We have 8 minutes, 40 seconds left to go. We got ourselves quite a race. As they're battling for the top 3 spots, Adam Izzat seems to be losing a little bit of ground, but something tells me that there's going to be a great possibility that this race is not going to end quietly or peacefully. There will be, more than likely, some sort of altercation or an up-close and intimate encounter between the first 2 drivers as Ambrogio is pulling in Bolshek. Victor Bolshek just did a 19.233. Ambrogio did a 19.1. Adam Izzat did a 19.06. So out of the 3, he's the fastest of the 3, although he's in 3rd place. Oh, and here comes Adam Izzat going onto the main straightaway, but you have Victor Bolshek just about to make a hard right before he makes a hard left going onto the King Straight. And Ambrogio is really pulling in Victor Bolshek. They're both going to make it to the semifinals, but I guess just making it to the semifinals is not good enough. Vender Ambrogio really wants to take over first place. Yeah, he sure is. He sure is.
The leader is Bolshek Victor, then Vender Ambrogio, and Inter Adam in 3rd position.
Oh, and here comes Ambrogio. Ambrogio is really pushing hard. He's really trying to make a go at getting his first place position back. We have 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. And your leader, Victor Bolshek, has a real situation on his hands, as Ambrogio is fit to be tied. He's not going to let first place go away. He really wants this back. He runs the risk of connecting with first place and taking them both out of the race, as Adam Izzat is very capable of taking over and not looking back. And then you also have the podium finisher from the Croatian Championships of 2018, Ivan Mitre, close behind. Here comes Vender Ambrogio. He's going to actually try. I think he's going to make a move in the next couple of quarters. Here it comes. Is he going to be on the sharp right? No. Bolshek closes the door. Bolshek on the main King straightaway. Really hanging on for dear life. Here comes Ambrogio again. He sneaks down the inside. Takes the lead. Vender Ambrogio is back in first place. Yeah, see, I think Victor probably let him take first place. It's just not worth it. He's in. So I guess Viktor Bolshek lost the battle, but he's winning the war. Or actually, I take that back. It looks like he's changed his mind. Or do you think he's playing mind games right now?
Yeah, I think he did it on purpose, let Ambrogio go, but he wants to stick with him, of course, to show that he's fast enough.
Yeah. I think Victor might be playing on Ambrogio's reputation of being rather fast and reckless, and leaving it to maybe make a mistake on his own. But either way, Bolshek is good. He's getting into the semis if he keeps it the way it is. But no, he's actually, I guess he's decided maybe he just doesn't want to just get into the semis. We have 4 minutes and 55 seconds left to go. And we got Nuno Pinto being a part of the conversation with this battle for first and second place, but he moves out of the way. But look, here comes Adam Izzat. Adam Izzat is going to, no, I take that back. That's Federico Campani. Wow, their bodies are almost identical with a fuchsia, blue, and white accented Alfa Romeo bodies. I guess they must use the same painter. Or maybe they got a 2-for-1 deal. All right, we have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Vendor Ambrogio is your leader, followed by Viktor Bolshek. Third place is Adam Izzat. Fourth place is Ivan Mitre. Fifth place, Ramon Schmid. Sixth place, Nuno Pinto. Seventh place, Federico Campani. Uh-oh. Three minutes, 45 seconds left to go. Vendor Ambrogio is taking back his lead. I guess he wanted to be the winner of the of the quarterfinals. He can take that home and make his mama proud. Viktor Bolshek is in second place. Just putting enough pressure on him to stay consistent, but it looks like he doesn't have aspirations of taking first place in the quarterfinal. 3.5 minutes left to go. Your leader is Vendor Ambrogio, the Bergonzoni driver, driving the solid silver Alfa Romeo touring car. In second place, you have Viktor Bolshek driving the white, red, fluorescent green, and black accented Alfa Romeo body. He's using a Genius car. Third place is Adam Izzat, and I believe Adam is an RS5 driver, also using GRP tires. And then you have fourth place Ivan Mitre, who is on the same lap as Izzat, but I'm not sure if he's close enough to steal third place from Adam Izzat. Currently with 2.5 minutes left to go, Ambrogio is still your leader. Bolshek is staying close enough to keep him honest. Oh, and we have an off-road excursion. That looks like that is Ivan Mitre. And looks like his day is over. And he won't be bumping up into the semifinals. 2 minutes left to go. Vendor Ambrogio is still your leader. Lost it for a little bit of time, but gained it back. Would not be denied.
Ambrogio Vendor è in prima posizione, seguito a 8 decimi da Bolshek Viktor. Terza posizione per Isaac Adam, seguire Schmidt, Mager, Pinto, Campani e D'Angelo.
This is pullstart.tv.
The leader is Vendor Ambrogio in third position, then Bolshek Viktor and Isaac Adam. Fourth position for Schmidt Ramon.
Piccolo. All right, 1 minute 13 seconds left to go. You have Vendor Ambrogio, Viktor Bolshek, Adam Izzat, Ramon Schmid, Ivan Mitre now down into fifth place as a result of an off-road excursion. Nuno Pintos in sixth, Federico Campani in seventh, Pasquale D'Angelo in eighth. the track has cooled substantially, and so have the times. It was during the course of the afternoon where things got really hot and sticky. You had drivers doing 18.3. In these quarterfinals, you have some very capable drivers, but the fastest time at this point is about 18.785. But since then, the drivers have been basically clocking in the early 19-second laps. So as the sun goes down, the times go up. 19 seconds left to go. It looks like the story is about to close, and we move on to 3 drivers will move on to the semifinals.
10 seconds to go.
Vender Ambrogio is your leader. Victor Bolshek is hanging on for second, and Adam Izzat is now in third.
Finish 9.
And that is your race.
Finish 4. Finish 1.
Your winner,
3.
Vender Ambrogio. Victor Bolshek, second. Adam Izzat, third. Ramon Schmid, fourth. Ivan Mader, fifth. Nuno Pintos, sixth. Federico Campani, and Pasquale D'Angelo. Great race, gentlemen. Take this off. Are we live? Ottimo lavoro. All right. Okay. English o italiano?
Italiano preferisco.
Italiano preferisco. Complimenti. La macchina va bene?
La macchina ora va un po' meglio e adesso vediamo di assettarla per la semifinale.
Sì. Sono contento per Berganzoni, la nuova squadra per te.
Sì.
So he's very happy. He's working with Berganzoni, new squad. He's fast. He's going to the semifinals. Buona fortuna. Good luck.
Thank you.
So, good luck tomorrow.
Okay,
all right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay.
So for endurance night race, Team Baba Boom and Team LCS M2 have to collect a racing number. And the track is open for free practice track will be open for 20 minutes. So the track will be open for night race, 20 minutes free practice only for night race. La pista sarà aperta per 20 minuti. Prove libere per i piloti della night race. La squadra Baba Boom e SCS M2 devono ritirare i numeri di gara.